not much coming out of Iran. Information comes out through leaked videos and subversive videos. But here's the New York Times headline: Iran Supreme Leader vows to, quote, not back down as protests swell. After days of fierce protests, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei accused protesters of, quote, trying to, quote, please President Trump. Iranian authorities signaled further crackdowns on the demonstrations. Here is a Fox News headline, number 17. Iran protests grow deadlier as regime internet blackout fails to stop uprising. Trump says, quote, Iran's in big trouble as unrest spreads across the nation. President Trump has said in the previous to today that if the Iranians start to kill people, the government starts to kill people, that he will do something in retaliation. People have been killed. It has not crossed the president's tripwire. Here he is today in the long photo opportunity on a variety of topics he did with the oil executives in his cabinet, talking about Iran. Number 18, please.
That the people are taking over certain cities that nobody thought were really possible just a few weeks ago. We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts. So we don't want that to happen. There have been cases like this where President Obama totally backed down. But this is something pretty incredible that's happening in Iran. It's an amazing thing to watch. They've done a bad job. They've treated their people very badly, and now they're being paid back. So let's see what happens. We're watching it. We're watching it very closely.
It's an extraordinary press gaggle today. Every time the president answered a question, they just screamed. 40 people screamed trying to get their questions. This will be number 21 next. Again, number of videos authenticated sufficiently that news organizations are playing them. This is a scene with a huge crowd cheering as protesters take down some security cameras. And of course, the government has security cameras all over the country for the purpose of trying to control speech and activity. Here's number 21, please. Okay, so that's one tactic they're engaged in, is taking down security cameras. A lot of fires being set and cheered. Here's one like that. This would be number 22, please. Okay, let's polymarket the question of whether bettors in the polymarkets believe the Khomeini will be out as the supreme leader, by the end of this month. Number 23, please. There's the question: will he be out as supreme leader? 16% chance, according to polymarket wagers. Although you can see it's bounced around a little bit, but it's up somewhat, and we'll see where that heads. David, thoughts on whether President Trump, other Western, Middle Eastern leaders should be cheering this on, or is it better to just stay quiet so the Iranians don't have any great Satans to point at?
Yeah, look, I just get concerned with this long list of adversaries and foreign conflicts that we're going to be involved in. And this idea, like Trump said, that we could just somehow drop a bomb or just not put boots on the ground. The reality is you broke it, you bought it. And that's why Obama, that's why George H.W. Bush had restraint in terms of going further and taking out these dictators, these horrible leaders. But the idea is, it's the devil you know or the devil you don't. And sometimes we think we're doing a favor to these countries by helping to topple a horrible regime only to have it replaced by something worse. And so that is my concern. I see Trump is quick to do a tactic, but doesn't have a strategy, doesn't have a long term strategy in mind in terms of it's like, the goose that killed the golden, he killed the goose that laid the golden egg, in terms of just disappointing and alienating our allies across the world. And that's my concern here. This ever growing list of where we're going to have a conflict.
Very glad to say that Cozy Earth is back as a sponsor. I wore my Cozy Earth pants all vacation. I wore them to the beach, and then I wore them. I'll mention the brand. I wore them to brunch at the Four Seasons, and no one said, Mark, why are you wearing your Cozy Earth pants here at the fancy Four Seasons? You just wore them on the beach. No one was the wiser. Cozy Earth products available, 20% off now, including the pants. CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM. That extends to the sheets, the bamboo sheets, the bubble cuddle blanket, all of the different pants that I love so much. Give the gift of luxury this year. Buy some for yourself. Make every moment comfortable. Head to CozyEarth.com. Use my code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site. Be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth here. Some of you mentioned to me that you got Cozy Earth products over the holidays for your loved ones or got them as a gift, and everybody was very pleased. So right now, CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.